I'm Ian. Well, I'm working in finance as an assistant management accountant. When I was younger, I've wanted to be a doctor, so I've always wanted to sort of work within the health system. It was sort of into the early sort of stages of doing my duties that I thought of really looked into being a doctor. At that point, I was sort of a blank. I'd thought all these years want to be a doctor, and then all of a sudden I look into it and sort of put me off. I was sort of in a junction and didn't know what way to go. When I was doing my A-levels, still had no idea really what I was going to do. Loads of my mates and that were going to university, but when I looked at sort of some of the bills people were having after they left university and the big debt they were in, that really sort of put me off, and I didn't really fancy having that. It was a difficult decision to make about not going to university, mainly because sort of my father had his eyes set on me going, and quite a few people at school were going. From my period from leaving school to getting this position, I sort of didn't really bother looking too much for a career. It wasn't until a year later that I really decided to look into sort of something that I wanted to do, and so that sort of gap between getting the accountancy job here at Addenbrooke's and leaving school was a bit of a lag time where I didn't really push myself. Jumping from sixth form into a career was quite a big leap for me, because at sixth form, there was always people coming in late, not really being entirely disciplined. Going into work, you then sort of have that sort of responsibility. I did have a little knowledge about accountancy with my father working in the finance department, so it was just a case of looking at the vacancies around the sort of local area around the hospitals, and found one, applied for it, and boom, here I am. When I first started, I had no idea what I was doing, what I had to do, and they slowly sort of build you up into the job, doing sort of everyday tasks, and they give you the opportunity to sort of train privately, like as a proper accounting qualification. I am sort of focused on the accounting career because I've started my sort of qualifications, and it has sort of been a good experience and something I would like to continue and sort of progress through. When you're sitting at a desk just typing on a computer, you're using sort of your brain more, and you want something as a hobby to unleash your sort of energy and do something a bit more physical. Yes, I do love sort of riding my bikes. I have a little Aprilia 125 at the moment, hoping to get a bigger Yamaha R6 bike, but waiting for the money to come in. I could become a fully qualified accountant and work for a motorbike company. You never know, I could bring both sides together.